where I teach you guys how to use everyday items as self-defense tools that are legal in every state across the board, in all 50 states. And today we're going to be going over one of my personal favorites that I use all the time, that I carry with me, which are these 9mm guitar jacks. You can get these at Walmart, you can get them at Guitar Center, Amazon, eBay, wherever you guys do your shopping at, more than likely you can get these. Now, I know what you're thinking, well, dude, those are guitar jacks, what are they going to do? Well, there's a mindset that you have to have. And that mindset is that everything on you is a weapon. Whether it's your keys, necklaces, bracelets, obviously your hands, rings. Everything you have on you can be a weapon in the right circumstance. Including these. And these are not sharp. I know what people are going to say, well, can't you stab somebody with these? No. Guitar jacks are not sharp. They have blunt, rounded ends. As you can see right there, they are blunt. They are not sharp. Now, they will leave an indent. They will leave an imprint on you whenever you do it hard enough. They will leave an indentation. Now, one thing that you can do is you can carry these in your pocket. You can, carry these in your pocket. You can get on a plane, do whatever. And, nobody's going to think anything of it. Because who's really going to think about, guitar jacks? That's not a weapon. This dude's obviously traveling. He's obviously a musician. Or maybe you're an electrician. Maybe you're an electrician and you need 2 9mm jacks for something other than an electric guitar. Maybe you work on amplifiers or something like that and you need a 9mm jack for that. Or whatever. I'm throwing out examples of what, people would think. Because when you walk up to somebody and they have 2 9mm jacks in their hand, they're not going to think, oh, that's a weapon. They're going to think, oh, this guy's obviously going to the Guitar Center. Maybe, show them hey, I need this kind of jack or whatever. And the cool thing about these is not only do they double as a self-defense tool, they also double as a fidget toy. Because if you guys don't know, 9mm jacks, they screw apart. So say you're in traffic or whatever and you're waiting for that long ass red light that we've all been at, you can sit there and you can, you can fidget with it like this, You can sit there, fidget with it. And the good thing is, if you have one of these, that's great because you can fit it in the palm of your hand, stays hidden, and you can, you can hold it like this, and nobody's going to think anything of it because when you punch, you're not going like this, you're going like this. You want to punch like that. Now, the thing you can do is when you're punching, you can take the inside of your thumb, press it out like that. So essentially you can go, as you're coming around, say I'm throwing a punch, right? Say I'm throwing a jab. As you're throwing the punch, you want to come around, push out, and strike down. Just see, as you're doing it, you're basically creating a hammer fist. They're thinking you're going to throw a punch, but really, you're throwing that hammer fist. But they don't see this coming. All they see is a fist flying at their face. They're not seeing, oh, silver object, pointy, let me get out of the way. they're seeing your hand coming, and at the last second, you're deploying it out of your fist and into like their neck, their face, wherever you need to deploy it to remain safe. Now, one good thing is if you have the time to do it, here's one cool trick that you can do. Is you can use it like this, have two of them in your fist, you know, boom, boom. You can hammer fist with it, or you can slide them inside each other and use it, you know, combat knife style, just you know, you can use it in a combat knife situation. And one good thing that you can do is if you hold it like this right here, is say that somebody's got you by the shirt and they got you by two hands, you can actually come down and come up with it and do real damage. Because when you're coming down on solid bone on somebody, that's gonna hurt. That's metal hitting against bone right there. That's like, as you're coming down, you can hear it just, you can just hear that you can hear that impact. And as you're coming back up, you can, you know, hit pressure points all up in here. There's muscles that you can hit using this. And as you're dragging up, you're basically, you can hear that just. Now imagine doing that, you know, as hard as you can, just boom, boom, boom. Imagine doing that. They're going to let go of you real quick. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but you can see where, you know, I came down on myself, but they will leave bruises all along their arm. It will hurt. And the cool thing is, if they're coming at you and you want to go double fist, you can do that. You can literally take and deploy one out of one hand, slide it out and into the other. So basically, you're just gonna, again, you just want to say something's coming at you. You can just deploy one into one hand and get at the ready. Just again, you wanna, when you're doing that and you see them coming at you, you can either do like I said, or if you wanna, if they're coming quick and you know you're not gonna be able to use that knife technique, you can literally just deploy one into one hand and boom, 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 boom. You know, do whatever you gotta do. But like I said, this is just one tool that I carry on me on a daily basis. I carry these everywhere I go. Whether I'm going to the store, whether I'm going out for a walk, whether I'm just going out onto my porch to check the mail. Like, I always have these on hand. I carry them around the house from time to time. Especially when family is at home, given the nature of, you know, that people know where I live and stuff like that. So, yeah. But like I said, these are great self-defense tools that are non-lethal. You can get these at pretty much any store for a few dollars. Super simple, easy to pick up. You can carry them anywhere. They're legal in all 50 states. These are self-defense. These are non-lethal. These are blunt. You know, puncturing anything. These are for, you know, to, you know, cause pain and do whatever you can to get away from your would-be attacker. And that also creates enough space for you to get away and escape and get help, phone for help, do whatever. Again, these are really cheap. You can pick these up at any store. These are 9mm guitar jacks that I took off of 2 dead guitar cables that I no longer use. So, You can have these everywhere in the world. Like I said, if you're in the United States, you can carry these anywhere on a plane, bus, store. And yeah, they might check you, but you know, you can just be like, hey, like I'm going wherever, because maybe you're traveling and you know maybe your store or town doesn't carry guitar jacks, so you gotta travel cross country to, you know, get some good guitar jacks, or, you know, maybe your band's traveling and they need extra guitar jacks to fix their gear. You know, whatever, you can carry these on a plane, bus, wherever. These are non-lethal self-defense tools that you can use. You can carry these everywhere. They are non-lethal. They are DIY style. And another technique you can use too, if you really want to get evil with it, you can have them both in one hand and really do some damage, but I'll save that for another video. But like I said, 9mm guitar jacks. You can get these at Guitar Center, Amazon, eBay, wherever you guys shop. You guys can pick these up. Like I said, I carry these on my person all the time. And the mindset that you have to have is that, you know, everything on you is a weapon. You have to have that mentality of, you know, everything on you can be used as a weapon for defending yourself. And that includes these. These can fit in your pocket and everywhere like that. So, yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little tutorial on how to use 9mm guitar jacks as a self-defense tool against would-be attackers. If you guys did like this, be sure to smack that like button, that subscribe button, and that notification bell down below. Stay up to date with everything on the channel, and remember, break away from that victim mentality and adopt the survivor mentality, because you are a survivor. You are not a victim. Peace.